And Graham. Good morning, BJ.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you, pal?
Man, I'm feeling good.
Congrats to the squad, man.
Yeah, boy, man, that was fun. That was fun. As tense as it got, it was fun, man. The whole thing, everybody being together, everybody loving on each other, just in the moments. And man, I feel like we maximized the best we could in the conditions we had, and so I'm happy we got out with the win.
Was it tense for you? Like you couldn't impact the game other than, and I'm not just shortchanging this, you could give some advice to the teammates, but it's not the same as I can go sack the quarterback myself.
Well, you know what?
Was that nerve-wracking to see it like hang in the balance?
You know what? I try to be the one that do reminders since I'm not out there.
Yep.
And I always feel that feeling with what you're saying in the beginning of the game when it's everybody is in there and it's just the vibe of the whole game. I mean, the tense atmosphere of everybody just don't know what's going to happen until the game start. But once the game start, man, I'm in it. And I know for us, I try to make sure I give us reminders on, remember in the red zone, this is what they like to do, quarterback run, like what he did. He ran up the middle. Just little things that I'm not out there to say.
How do you get the first hit out? I know for me, I would get nervous a little bit, and then the first hit everything was fine. I mean, immediately, as soon as that hit's out of the way, it's just like clockwork. You've been doing it your whole life. How do you get the first hit out when you don't get the hit?
Well, when I see somebody hit like Orrin that first game,
that'll do it. Yeah,
that got me.
That gets you started.
That got me. So us scoring or us getting to stop on defense, that's when it really hit me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, BJ, so I'm dreaming a dream here. Terrell Owens came back in 2004 when he was supposed to be out for the year. You 2 months ago, pretty much supposed to be out for the year. And you have left the door open. You have publicly stated on our show many times the door is somewhat open. Is the door more open? Eagles got a game in 5 days. If you win that one, you got a game in 19 days. How open's the door?
Let's get there.
Sunday or 3 Sundays from now? Which Sunday are we talking about?
Let's go win this week. That's all I'm focused on right now.
If we win this week,
and then
that is a long time.
We'll see something.
If the team wins this week, you said 19 days.
Well, what about if the team won last week, which they did?
Right.
Yeah. What about that?
Yeah, that seems like that's a long time to get ready too.
We not.
Do you feel ready?
Not there yet.
We gotta get this win, baby.
Seltzer, I'm checking the Eagles practice report tomorrow. Is Brandon Graham in action or not? I'm just asking for a friend. I want to know.
Is there any Big Ten pride that 2 years in a row the national champion is a Big Ten rival?
Oh, for sure, because SEC been dominating. I will say, that's what people always brag about. Oh, but y'all can't beat the SEC team. But I'm glad.
2 years in a row.
I'm happy we did it first.
That's national
champion did it first.
Yeah. Brandon, it's your rival, man.
Hey, I know.
But there's something to the fact that it is the rival. That they're the best in the country.
John, you're in for Washington over the Bills if they beat the Eagles?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I don't need that nonsense. Not going to happen anyway. Eagles are going to win. All right, let's get a lot of calls in here. BG with us in studio. Reminder, 15 minutes from now, you can hear a name that with that name, you can win tickets to the Eagles-Washington game on Friday. So stay tuned and tell your family and friends. Spread the word, seriously, because if you want to increase your chances to get to that game, spread the word, family and friends, and maybe they win and then they take it because you were the good guy that called them up and said, hey, listen at 8 o'clock for your chance to win tickets. All right.
Brad, I got a question also. I don't know if you know this. Nolan Smith is out there not wearing gloves. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
Is that an intentional, I am going sleeveless, I am going gloveless, I am going as clothesless as possible when it's cold just to show everyone?
Tough guy.
If you know Nolan, you know how hardcore he is. And
he's not wearing gloves.
No gloves, got the finger tape on it. Arms out, don't matter.
Yeah.
So he's not worried about nothing.
But this is new age crazy, not going gloveless. The gloveless part, no one goes gloveless.
Not as insane as Ronnie Lott chopping off his finger.
True. Very true.
You know that one, Brandon? Ronnie Lott years ago had a finger issue. Top of his finger.
It was his pinky.
Like the top third.
They said, if you want to go back in, we're going to have to dispose of the tip of the finger. If you want to go back in, you were going to have to do surgery, which means you can't go back in and help the team. So make a choice. Either go get surgery to fix your finger and have a normal-looking hand forever, or cut your finger off and go back in the game. And he cut his finger off.
Boy. Oh, man. Hey, that was that moment right there. He felt everything. I needed to do this for my team.
Whatever it takes, Brandon. Whatever it takes.
I wish we could have
Yeah,
shot Brandon
for what it's worth,
right there. Like,
Ronnie Lott has mixed feelings about it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he does.
Well, he's also got 4 rings, so, you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the phones. JB in Chestnut Hill. JB, in a great week. Good morning, pal.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone.
What's up, JB?
Morning, JB.
Hey, John, since you guys are talking about snow, it can take up to 2 hours for a snowflake to hit the ground?
Wow.
Really?
That's wild.
Stuff, right?
That is super far.
It's crazy. I mean, I don't know who judged it or measured it, but I guess they had a lot of time on their hands.
That's a cool fact.
That's amazing. I never considered that.
Yeah. I wanted to hit on the Sam Cozy issue, but Joel's alluded to it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge deal. I mean, Trent Scott's a good backup, but he's still a backup, and I'm sure BG would be, very happy to be doing some sort of like tech stunt right now this week, going in to break inside against one of these guards that are playing backup.
Well, when BG got to Brady in the Super Bowl, it was against the guard. I mean, Brandon, obviously most of your action's been outside through the years, but that was inside.
Yeah.
That's where you got there.
So it's fun.
It's about matchups in this game, for sure. It's about matchups.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, you got. I don't know how much like Zacchaeus being on the team last year has any help for them, or maybe it helped them in the last 2 games. But I think that's something to watch. And then keeping an eye on that. What's his name? Louvie, the linebacker who took the
Frankie.
He crushed Goff, and then he's taking a shot.
That guy's
to
a
it.
player.
Yep.
And he
He's
hits
not afraid
everything that moves.
to be a little dirty, though. I mean, that hit on Goff was a clear helmet to helmet
Number
hit.
4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like toes the line of being gritty to dirty.
Listen,
But
Buddy
Bobby
Ryan would be proud of
Wagner-
him. There was a turnover, and he smashed the quarterback. I mean, that's football.
Yeah.
They've got
It's a different era, though, man.
Not
I mean,
that
like,
game
we're not looking to
He
like
and
hurt
Bobby
people
Wagner
in
are
that way.
incredible.
You know what? A lot of
Like
people
head-wise,
Well,
you got to be careful. Like,
Well,
you can't
yeah,
be
if it was
attacking
Patrick
people with their
Mahomes,
heads with
he'd
your
get the
helmets.
call.
That's dangerous.
They won the game. I hear you,
100%.
James. I'm not saying you're wrong, but they won the game. All right, JB, I need an answer. In honor of the Eagles' victory in the snow, the best scene ever in the snow in a movie or a show?
How about the maze scene in The Shining during the snow?
Amazing answer. I didn't say it at the top because I
Amazing.
thought it could win.
So did
Great,
I. That
great,
was my
great
first
answer.
thought.
Wow.
Super great answer.
It's funny. I haven't seen that in about 20 years, so I'm not remembering that specific
end of the
scene.
movie.
but-
What do you mean? It's the
It's
the
end of the
penultimate
movie.
scene.
It's the
climax,
Yeah.
man.
I love how I
Don't
say I don't
remember that
remember.
scene.
My son's just like, what do you mean? What
You
do you
can't
mean? What do I
remember
mean?
the
I don't
climax
I'm
remember.
not
of a
saying what do
movie?
you mean. I'm saying it's absurd that you don't remember.
I know
Like,
that.
you were
Well, you know
Shining,
what
you
else?
can't remember that it's the most
Hold on.
famous part of the movie.
Remember, he watched The
thought Here's
Matrix.
Johnny's the most famous part of the movie.
He told us
It's
he
that
watched
and him
The
being
Matrix.
frozen in the maze.
Yeah.
He told us he watched The Matrix. He came back and he didn't know who Neo was.
You say that.
No, you did.
You
No, that
didn't
is a
know who
factual,
Neo was.
factual
Well,
statement.
one of the 2 main characters.
You didn't know.
No, wait. Who did he think Denzel Washington was?
John Wick.
That's it.
Yeah, well, I get things confused.
I've never seen John Wick, and I knew he wasn't
Well,
Denzel Washington.
Brandon, what's your favorite movie?
Well, you know what? Dang, favorite movie. If I had to go,
Super Bowl 52 is an acceptable answer, by the way.
that too. I mean, Friday was always my favorite in the beginning because I
Great
was younger.
movie.
I was
Great
younger.
movie.
But I gotta go. The Shining. The Shining.
How about
I like
that?
The
Holy
Shining.
cow.
Yeah, I like
Are
The
you
Shining.
serious?
I do.
How crazy is it that he doesn't remember Jack at the end, Brandon?
When you thought about when you said about the snowy, that's what I thought about.
Wow.
The snow when you were chasing the sun.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
That's
they
incredible.
find him
Joe doesn't
frozen.
even know that scene happened.
I forget these things. All right, let's get to Felix. He's calling from Northeast Philly. What's going on, Felix?
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Hi,
How's everyone
Felix.
Good morning, sir.
So, real quick, I just want to let BG know I've been a doubter, and I've doubted since draft day because when they let Doc go, it just made sense to get Earl Thomas. And without you, we wouldn't have a bowl. So, sorry for doubting you.
No, I appreciate you, Felix, man. We trust me, we ain't perfect either. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that.
I appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
So I just want to know, why is it every time we play a team, other fans have like nerves of saying, oh, you won only because of Saquon. Or, I don't know why you guys don't give AJ the ball. Or, dumb comments that the teams that they root for can't even do because they don't win the game. Like, for instance, when Mark Andrews dropped the ball, why did you give it to Derrick Henry? So I don't understand how their philosophy is against hating on us. And I love it. But I just don't understand.
Well, the Eagles are winning in a bit of a strange way. I mean, last week Buffalo and KC didn't throw for a ton of yards, but they typically throw for more. What the Eagles are doing in a modern sense is pretty unusual. I mean, to not have more yards passing is bizarre these days.
I would say it's what
works
worked in the NFL. You look around the league, and it's what everyone who's successful is doing.
Well, it's swinging back, and the Eagles are at the forefront of it. There's no question. Felix, give me a great answer. Best scene ever in snow.
Well, I got the Titanic with the iceberg.
Titanic with the iceberg. It's not
snow.
So
it's cold though.
It's a big clump of snow.
Yeah,
it's cold,
and it was snowy. I would imagine that night, maybe.
But they didn't show it in the scene. I don't believe.
Maybe they did.
No, I'm the one that's seen Titanic.
He's the Titanic guy. Let's not argue.
Clump of snow.
No, you know what?
That's ice.
Let me think. The Revenant. The Revenant was one.
Oh, it's a great bear fight, baby.
Scene? Oh man, I forgot about that.
That is an incredible answer, BG. But
the Revenant.
That BG is almost getting in Snatchy Mood Joe mode. BG is becoming Snatchy Mood Joe accidentally. Yeah, that is a great answer. I would have voted for that. Can BG win?
I
don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. $150 gift card.
Joe's trying to take 500.
I'm going to take a lot of answers.
Today.
I'm going to take a lot of answers today.
Revenant is a winning answer.
BG, the visual and visual is not the word I'm looking for. The what am I trying to say here? How far could you see at the worst of the snow on Sunday? How far could you see?
It wasn't like the one we did with the Lions. Like, I couldn't really see everybody on the sideline. You would just see like little snippets of people. That's how hard it was pouring. But this one you could see, especially first half. First half, it was cool. Everything was just falling down. It wasn't sticking. But that second half, when we came outside, it was like, yeah. It felt like a fun game with your friends out there.
It didn't look like normal snow. It looked sort of like beads.
Mm-hmm. It was like little snowflakes because, I mean, it was a couple. We was just watching it on our gloves, and it was just like a perfect one. Me and Matt Leo, we was talking, and because we was trying to figure out, was it hail? I mean, like little pieces, because that's how it felt.
Yeah.
But it became slushy because it started melting, and that's what it was all on the field. And so, yeah, it was one of those games, man.
Nolan Smith is just never going to wear gloves even this week. That was not just a one-time thing. Like, he's just never going to wear any sort. Wow, that's
wild.
That is.
Yeah.
Brandon, do you know prior to right now that the Eagles, you guys are the favorites to win Super Bowl?
Hey, man, let me tell you, we ain't done nothing yet, man. I'm gonna say that all the time. We got to get there, baby, and then we got to. If that's what it's gonna be, we gotta take care of this week. And so I'm excited, man. People doubted us all year, but we just got to make sure we continue to keep believing, continue to keep building. However we got to win. A win is a win. I mean, I understand it's a passing league and everybody want to do, but we might be going through a shift right now in the NFL.
Sure.
And right now, we look back later on and say, hey, this was, I guess, because every team is doing this. But we just got to make sure that we play our game on defense, keep dominating, and make sure that we don't give nobody nothing. We got to go make them earn everything.
J.L.X. Hunt was back in action and actually producing. How much is he factoring in moving forward with the defensive plan?
I think he's factoring in good. He was already showing stuff in training camp and all that, but sometimes it was a little crowded. And then now he get an opportunity to go out there and really show what he can do. And now it's only going to build his confidence for the next game. Because like I always tell him, I'm like, man, trust yourself. Because that's all it is out there. People have the ability, but it's about trusting the game plan, trusting yourself, and not hesitating. Because if you know how it is in the NFL, you hesitate, that's how far away, like inches on you tip or intercepting the ball as a DB or letting the guy catch the ball because of a hesitation. So I tell them, trust your gut, trust what you prepared all week, and trust what Coach instilled in you, and go get it.
Brandon Graham here. Coming up in 2 minutes, we're going to give you a name, and with that name, you can win tickets to the Eagles and Washington game Friday on our program. So be tuned here in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Lenny and Conshohocken right now. Len, good morning.
What's going on, guys? BG, how are you?
Man, feeling good. What's up, Lenny?
I'm feeling great, man. Pleasure to speak to you. Big Michigan fan, so I just want to get it out of the way.
Go Blue.
So I want to point about something about this Commanders game that we're missing, and I don't know if you guys touched on this yesterday. I listened to part of the show. CJ was amazing in that game on Sunday, and him not playing the remainder of that game against the Commanders last time was absolutely brutal. Don't you guys remember how bad that was when he came out?
Yeah. Sure.
Not to mention, Dallas Goedert didn't play in that second game. Jalen Hurts didn't play in that second game, really.
Well, and also Pickett didn't play as well in that game as he did the next one. And so Eagles' drives weren't as sustained. And as a result, the defense had to keep going on the field. And I think that's a big part of why the defense wore down in the fourth quarter.
So much less effective. And Tristan McCollum was picked on.
Well, I don't remember that, but I believe you. For CJGJ. Yeah. Of course.
So there was two really big plays in that game. If you remember, when we went up 2 touchdowns, Kenny Pickett threw the interception inside our own 30-yard line, and pretty much momentum changed. We didn't have another 4-minute drive after that, and I think the Eagles were just predicated on that. I'm not worried about this game at all, and I'd like to tie my my reference to my movie in really fast. So this snow fight on Sunday was like 4 brothers. The Eagles were stepped up. We were Bobby Mercer, and the Rams were Victor Sweet. And the Eagles just whooped that ass and put them in the snow. That's my movie for the thing. Go Birds.
All right, Lenny, you got it.
Has anyone seen Four Brothers?
I have.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. 4 weddings and a funeral.
Yeah, I'm assuming you hadn't seen it.
I'm the only one. Oh, you saw it, James?
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
4 brothers, and it's a snow fight, snowball
fight? It's in Detroit, right?
Yeah, they on the ice at the end when he said Victor Sweet.
You with the movie knowledge. You were on it today.
I love movies. I ain't gonna lie. I love movies.
Good for you, man. That's great. All right, let's give people a chance to win a pair of tickets. Brandon doesn't need to win a pair of tickets. He'll be there. But you may not, as of right now, be there for the Eagles in Washington on Sunday. But you can be by listening to our show this week, Tuesday, that's today, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at this time when we give you a name. Know the 4 names that are said, and you can win the tickets.
Courtesy of NovaCare Rehabilitation, the power of physical therapy.
This is for the Eagles in Washington. Let's crank up a name.
And the name is
Wilbert Montgomery. Now, I'm going to give you a hint here without giving away specifics. All 4 names you hear this week will be players that shined in an Eagles NFC Championship victory. Seltzer, I'm giving people a guide.
I think I could guess a name or two.
A guidepost. But it might not necessarily always be the best player in the game because I don't want to make it too easy and obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Wilbert for 80, the dude. So know the name Wilbert Montgomery. Friday at 8 o'clock, and make sure you listen tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday at 8 o'clock. And with the 4 names, you can, of course, win the tickets to the Eagles and Washington. By the way, independent of winning tickets or currently having tickets, do we know the price of these tickets? What are we looking at here? I mean,
well, the tickets that we're giving away are
no, I know that.
Several.
James, online. See if you can look that up, James. I'm curious.
They go on sale today.
Yeah, they do. They go on sale today at 10 o'clock. Limited number of tickets, obviously.
4 per family.
I mean, I got to imagine we might be looking at like a 2,000 type deal this week. I mean, it depends obviously where you're seated, but this is going to be a pricey ticket this week.
As of right now, the cheapest I see, it looks like $600. So that'll probably go up when they go on sale, is my guess.
And that's way up, I assume, if it's the cheapest.
Yeah, very, very high up.
I mean, if you're talking about a great seat, it won't shock me if it's a couple $1,000. So try to win them on our program here this week. Let me put it that way.
It's going to be the most expensive, like now. As soon as they go up, that's when they're the most.
Well, yeah, they might get more expensive after 10 o'clock passes, and the people that don't get them through the lottery system, and
the resale, and then
away we go. All right, let's go to it's 94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia as we broadcast today from the Tasty Cake Studio. Brandon Graham with us in studio. Let's talk to Eric in Mount Laurel. Good morning, Eric.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Doing well, Eric.
Great. So, BG, just a quick thing. Met you last year at your daughter's gymnastics competition. You took a picture with me. You were great, super gracious, amazing guy. I think you're going to play a huge role this week in getting the D-line and your teammates ready because Jalen Carter, you know they're going to scheme to double him, to triple him, however they can take him out of the game if they can, and to let your other guys know their role is going to be super important to get home to Jaden Daniels to make him uncomfortable to get things going. That's going to be a huge part of this week's game, I think.
Yeah, we just got to make sure we stay doing what we've been doing. I mean, but I like that's what we all been doing. We all been just being together, making sure that we carry out the game plan. Everybody know they going at JC, but as you know, it's other guys out there that got to step it up, and they have.
Yeah, it's really amazing what Jalen Carter's been doing. All right, Eric, give me a great scene in the snow.
This one I loved. It's an older movie, but Fargo, when that blood was going through the snow and on that wood chipper.
The wood chipper. That's another one I thought of at the top.
That's
and
a
didn't say.
huge scene.
It's a great answer.
All right, Eric, good answer right there, bud.
Gross, but good.
Speaking of answers, Brandon, I don't want to put you on a spot of two people you're friends with, but I'm just curious. Is Jalen Carter better than a young Fletcher Cox? Because in all due respect to Fletcher, Jalen to me looks better than a young Fletcher Cox. Is that fair? I mean, is that
I just say it's
something you want to tackle?
Two different body types, two different moves. The way Jalen Carter does it, I mean, he's just, he just got his move. I mean, he's sticking with it. He's out there. I just say they different. I mean,
but tremendous power also, right?
Yeah, he a rhino for real. Because I mean, man, you got two guys getting pushed back, and I know they over there saying, "Dang, he play every play like this." So I'm just amazed at that part. He play every play, and he's out there just going. And you gotta account for him because he coming every play. And
sure.
That's just a credit to his shape, credit to Coach Hunt, because Hurt, he is somebody that I really feel like is getting him going to, getting him focused. Because I know Jalen's starting to see the light of where he could go. And so I think he's going for it right now.
Unbelievable how good he's been. It really is. Let's talk to Ed calling from Phoenixville. Ed, good morning.
Good morning, team. Good morning, BG.
Morning, Ed.
You're not related to one Mason Graham from Michigan, are you? Same number, same last name. I'm kidding.
No, it's funny though because we on different sides of it. He in Cali and I'm in Philly, East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah, he's a hell of a player. But anyway, so I think that I don't think it's an irony, but I think probably the best thing for the best way to kind of combat Jaden Daniels is to keep him off the field.
How about what Jaws said? His ribs. Go after his ribs.
Or not so much that, but just to keep him on the sideline and
the heck out of him. Yeah.
Stay with the run games and and I don't want to say ugly, but I guess as ugly as I've never seen such a aesthetically displeasing 70% completion percentage with no
Well, it's because he doesn't throw it as many, and he holds the ball and eats it at times, and that doesn't change the completion percentage or the quarterback passer rating, but is an ineffective play. Look, Ed, one of the things that is a concern for this game, and I'm pretty confident in the Eagles' chances to win it, but the run game will be, I believe, compromised by Jalen's knee issue. And, I think that the other team will make Jalen pull it and run it before they don't crash down on Saquon. I just think it's common sense. I mean, crash on Saquon and force Jalen to prove that he can effectively run. And, if Jalen's not keeping it and running, then we're going to know the knee is definitely a problem.
Well, you can also keep it and throw.
You can keep it and throw, but you're limiting. You're reducing the offense.
And the leg is it's his plant leg, which if you're going to try to really.
Well, it depends which direction he goes, I guess.
But it's still your plant.
He typically goes to the left, right, John? Am I remember? Well, sometimes
talking about
last
when
game he went to the right
pocket.
Well,
a lot of times you'd think they would want him to roll right after the play fake. It's more comfortable for a quarterback on play action to roll right while throwing. Yeah, if he's righty.
I just feel like there are more keepers through the years to the left. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe
I
I'm
don't
wrong.
think so.
Maybe I'm
but
wrong.
Yeah, it does mess up a defense, I guess, tendency-wise, if you run a keeper to the left, because it's not as easy for a quarterback to do that.
All right, Ed, give me a great scene in the snow in honor of the Eagles' glorious victory the other day.
How about the snowball fight in Elf where Will Ferrell
Already said.
peppering kids?
Already said.
Maybe the wrong kind of snow, but say hello to my little friend from
Great
Very
answer.
Well
creative.
done, dude. That was funny.
Nothing like cocaine. Good morning to you. Joe DeCamera, John Ritchie. That's a pretty good answer right there. All right, so
That's a pretty good drop, too.
James, you're pulling that one.
Of course. Yeah.
Because didn't I say years ago I love
Yeah,
cocaine
you've got a couple cocaine lines over
There's
the years.
another. I mean,
Nothing like cocaine.
another one right there. We can totally misuse
Yeah,
that.
I got all this.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
How could you do that to yourself? I'm thankful, though.
Well, what are you going to do? All right, so, Brandon, good luck to you, man. I mean, the town's behind you. We're all psyched and excited and pretty confident, pretty confident.
I just look at it like, man, it's crazy how we go, going for the first round bye, and then, now everything had got to go through Philly.
Yeah.
It's pretty special, man. But we gotta make sure we put our stamp on it by going out and get the win, and then going out and that's where we at. Go take it all.
Finish it.
Mm-hmm. Finish
Finish
the
it
season.
all.
2 more, baby.
How many, Brandon? You've one child or 2?
I have 2. 8
So,
and 5.
okay, your 8-year-old's a daughter, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is she enjoying this more now that she's older and can understand it more?
Yes.
Is this vibing with her
Yes,
more?
Both of them, because it's just like the players that they get to see and meet, and I know my baby boy, Saquon being able to, Jalen, and it's just like, yeah, it's cool. It's really cool to see them and the excitement when they see certain people.
Oh,
that's great, man.
Yeah.
Is your daughter a baller? Like when I guess our caller was talking about being at gymnastics.
Gymnast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she a baller gymnast?
Hey man, she doing her thing. I'm loving the dedication already. And
Wow.
even on days where she's like, "Can I go to open gym?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I say, "You like to work."
She's doing extra.
They already doing 5 days already. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Holy cow.
Gymnastics is if you don't love it,
Well, that's
we're
no
gonna take you
joke.
out, but
I was in
Well,
gymnastics.
I'm taking my daughter tonight. Tuesday nights we do gymnastics.
Yep. 3 hours.
Wow.
Wow, that's
3
hardcore.
hours
per night.
Wow,
And it's
dude, that
per
is
workout.
wild.
Wow.
And I'll just put this out there for John
amazed.
Ritchie's sake. That's longer than you guys practice in training camp, but
Yeah.
But what's working is working.
Looked like
Yeah.
it worked pretty well.
Hey, Brandon, good luck Sunday, buddy.
I appreciate
All right,
that.
there he is. BG. 215-592-9494. Coming up, something Nick Saban said last night about Jalen Hurts. That plus Elliott. And also at 8:40, Nick Sirianni joins us on the program.